back like we've never left, slowly recovering from an ancient airborne alien disease that has fallen onto the Earth's atmosphere that is plaguing only me. But we're trying to get back into action here in the crypto sphere. We're looking at Bitcoin. We have Litecoin eventually today. We have an article regarding Tether, the mystical, magical stablecoin from mystical, magical stablecoin land. They have recently created a stablecoin backed by Mexican pesos. Stick around to the end to not miss any of what's really going on here. Now we have price action interacting with horizontal level $28,422 per Bitcoin. We have an early bird in play as well. We would need a second robo advisor becoming bullish to become more comfortable in accumulating at these levels, or based on those confirmations. At the moment, we can anticipate perhaps some higher risk entries or short-term moves upward here based on this early bird confirmation. Interactions with it have been during phases of previous sideways and accumulation, but when we are accompanied by our second robo advisors, or the rest of our chosen three, we do see some more dramatic upside that follows. Bearish robos have saved us from crippling downside in play. We have the correction back in November of 2021. Bearish robo advisors saved us from 44.97% in downside. And then most recently here, back in the beginning of April, bearish robos saved us from another crippling 37% in downside. So we go with the flow of crypto, and we watch out for EngineeringRobo. We can invest 50% when two of our chosen three robo advisors become bullish. We can invest 20% at our support levels here once they become more significantly solidified. I'm looking for potentially a short-term move upward here. Perhaps if we were to see a little pump upside, relief move upward here in the short term, I would then be considering if we were to return to it, perhaps this $28,422 horizontal level here could be considered support, and you could potentially invest your 20% support-based investment ratio. But in my opinion, I would like further interaction with it. We can invest that remaining 30% when daily candles find themselves above this descending trend line, and I do believe it would not be impossible for us to interact sideways here all the way to toward the end of this year, where we could finally see a move upward from this trend line. And so at the moment, we could see interactions upward toward resistance, $34,655 per Bitcoin. We could see lows all the way down to the low 20Ks. Perhaps the dreaded teens here could appear briefly. But in my opinion, sideways price action toward the end of this trend line may not be impossible for us before we see some dramatic upward movements toward previous all-time highs and then some. We are currently interacting with the soon-to-be revealed fear zone, so stick around till the end to see what that's really all about. But in the immediate short term here, we go with the flow of crypto, and we watch out for Robo. No matter the situation, we allow the confirmations. And so in my personal opinion, I find it very difficult to be bearish here on the crypto sphere. We find far too much institutional activity and or governing bodies getting involved in the space one way or another. So I do believe in the longer term an uptrend is intact, though we go with the flow of the shorter term price trends and corrections that have to play out. Let me know down below your thoughts on Bitcoin and crypto, though. So amid the market issues surrounding stablecoins, Tether USDT launched a new digital asset that will be pegged to the Mexican peso on Ethereum, Tron, and Polygon networks. Tether mentioned that the token will have the MXNT ticker and will join Tether's roster of fiat-pegged stablecoins that includes dollar-pegged USDT, euro-pegged EURT, and Chinese yuan-pegged CNHT. And so Tether sees a unique opportunity to provide a cheaper option for asset transfer within the region. According to Tether's chief technology officer, the rise in crypto usage in Latin America pushed their decision to expand. He explained that the introduction of a stablecoin pegged to the peso will give those in Mexico a way to store value. Apart from this, he believes MXNT can minimize volatility for those looking to convert their assets and investments from fiat to digital currencies. The team also highlighted that the move will add value to the emerging market by providing a testing ground for onboarding new crypto users in the region. Additionally, they noted that this may also set a precedent for the launch of more peso-pegged stablecoins. Lots going on here in the crypto sphere. Find this article in the description. Stablecoins are very controversial, in my opinion. Lots going on with their scenario. I do believe they are a key factor that have to be regulated, if you will. Nobody wants to hear those words, but sadly, it is a necessary evil that we have to undergo as well. Rules and regulations do need to be in play, and so far, stablecoins have become a rather critical, pivotal part of crypto. And so we will see how they, go moving forward in this emerging market. But let me know your thoughts down below. Looking at Litecoin here, it would appear we are returning to my $60.50 support level. Currently, just a key level we are looking for continued bullish interaction with, similar to current price action. We have seen lows relative to the 12th of May here, where it would appear, $54.40 could be, an extension downward past this horizontal level that we can watch out for. At the moment, the strongest key level of support waiting for us in any sort of continued downside, as we are under the influence of bearish robos in play ever since the beginning of April that have saved us from 50% in downside. We may, continue to see downward price action here. We would experience potentially support found at $42 waiting for us, and that would be 61% in downside if bearish robos remain and we reach all the way to my next support level. Hopefully we can hold $60 here, though we go with the flow of crypto. Overhead, $82.20 is currently resistance. If that becomes support, we can invest at that level. 30% can be invested once daily candles find themselves above, in my opinion, the solid descending trend line, but that is a much larger, trend in play and will take quite some time to get to it. We can use this dash descending trend line here in the short term to potentially anticipate, shorter term moves upward, though in my opinion, you can more comfortably invest that descending trend line based investment ratio once we are above the solid one here. And 50% can be invested when two of our chosen three robos become bullish. We have the buy for moon and super robos in play, and we've seen 63% in gains between July and September of 2021. And then we have another instance of upside after bullish confirmations, 53% in gains here between October and November of 2021 as well. Bearish robos have saved us from downside most recently, as we've mentioned, and a previous instance of bearish confirmations back in November of last year into the beginning of this year have saved us from 52% in downside as well. So we always wait for the confirmations no matter the situation, going with the flow of crypto, watching out for Robo. Bitcoin continues to interact here in the fear zone, it would appear. We are suggested to be buying during this time. We can see, other instances, interaction with it. We can potentially experience what appear up to, 170 days within the fear zone before exiting it. And, back in this particular instance, we did experience 45% in downside, along the way from entering it into the lowest point that we interacted with during our time in it. Previous instances similar have suggested 42% in downside as well back in our interaction with it in March of 2020. From that most recently mentioned interaction, we have proceeded to experience 10x in gains, and we have yet to see that FOMO zone right now. From since entering it, we have experienced up to 29% in downside. And so if history repeats itself and or rhymes, we could potentially see a $21,000 Bitcoin here if we were to experience 40+% in downside into the fear zone over the period of time that we interact with it. I was mentioning that sideways may play out toward the end of this year, and that is not impossible for us. And I do believe that would be rather healthy for the continuation of the uptrend in play. I very much anticipate interaction with that FOMO zone eventually, whenever it is ready, though, not a moment sooner. Once we are in the FOMO zone, you are heavily recommended to be considering, selling some of your position and taking profit, capitalizing on upside. Extreme FOMO will be present. Many will be buying, though someone has to buy the top. Hopefully not yourself, because you're in the FOMO zone. Accumulate here during times of extreme fear. Go, oh no, yo, when there's FOMO, listen to Robo and take profits. But let me know down below your thoughts on Bitcoin and crypto. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for hearing my analysis, and tune in for the next one.